Cutler says, hey, I've just got my 180 dialed. 180s dialed. Hey, I just got my 180s dialed. Any tips when moving on to 360? Okay, well, first we got to say congrats, Cutler. Anyway, Cutler, good job. That's a big accomplishment. I remember when I first learned 180, I was hyped. And going from 180 to 360 for me personally was kind of tough. It took a lot longer than I would have wanted it to. But the biggest thing for me was to find that bridge. So you've always got to be able to almost half attempt tricks to feel it out before you actually commit to the whole thing. Like in bike school, the process we kind of teach is that you're going to attempt it, you're going to look at it and see what you can do better based off of that attempt. But if you can't even do the attempt, you've got some big issues. And so for me, and then if you find a bridge trick, something to kind of gap in between that. So like no-footed cans, could be doing a no-footed can and landing beside the bike, or trying it on the ground, not in the air. Anyway, the bridge trick for me on hop threes was a 3-tap. Now, I guess I didn't ask you though, Cutler, are you doing threes out of a quarter, or are you doing like 3 taps? Because that kind of matters. But I mean, if it's out of the quarter, what you need to do is just spin harder. You'll have to suck your knees up differently. Your timing will be a little different, and make sure your head's fully turned. But it's not, I don't know, if you can 180 fly out and you have a good fly out, I don't think learning a 3 will be that hard. Initially when I read the question, I was thinking of hop 3s. And so anyway, if it's fly out, it's not going to be that bad. I'd pop a little bit harder, turn your head a little bit more, and suck your knees up. Make sure that bike's level. If it's hop 3s, you're going to want to do that bridge trick that I was talking about. And essentially it's going to be 3 taps. So you pop a little bit harder than 180, but stay lean back so that when you land, you're landing back wheel heavy. And then just apply some pedal pressure and keep your head turned, and you'll pivot out the rest of the way on that 360. So you can spin not very hard to do a 3-tap, and as long as you catch the pivot, it'll spin around. And then you're starting to feel what it's like and what that timing looks like to spin a full 360. And once you kind of have that dialed, it's going to be a lot easier to pop a little bit harder than you were for the 3-tap and suck your knees up so that you have more time in the air. But I guess that's if it's hop 3 and not 3 out of a quarter. I don't really know which one. I assumed hop 3, but maybe that's not the case.